Uh,
Wait, can you guys stop?
You guys watch? You guys watch? No. Can you flip it? Okay, audio check. Is this picking up? Yeah, it's picking up big time. Where are my guests at? Okay, audio check. Is this picking up? Yeah.
I can control.
Okay, we should go live now, yeah?
We're already live.
On YouTube?
It's been rolling, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We already have one in the chat. I don't know. I don't know if you're able to do that with this. I've never tried. Are you able to?
Okay, is the production team ready? Yeah? Are my guests ready? Anyway, until they are, I'll be yapping. Welcome to Thirsty Thursdays. I'm glad you guys can make it out here. Let me just quickly explain what we've got here for you. Essentially, this is meant to be a slightly more produced, longer format of a peek behind the Sunset curtain. Explain who works for Sunset, what do they actually do, how is the company built up, and just kind of personalize everyone that's in the company and what we do here on a daily. Um, exactly. We've got a couple of things planned for you today. You're going to meet the main two guys behind the brand, maybe two out of the main three guys. Um, they'll be joining me in a second. I'll call them in, and then you'll meet them. Exactly right. We'll be introducing them, explaining who they are, what they do. They've known each other for a long time, so they should be able to answer some questions about each other, stuff like that. And exactly, they've been building this project for 2 years together, and it's pretty exciting. So without further ado, let's welcome into the set Anton and Anton. No joke. Come on in. No joke. They're both called Anton. You can hardly believe it. Hey, slides in from the back.
Slide in your DMs.
On this side, we've got Anton Haupt, the Hauptmeister. And here we've got Big M, Master Memminger, Anton Memminger.
Should we switch off the AC?
I think we should switch off the AC probably. Ideally, okay, Anton's already gone ahead and started. Should we open up our sunsets as well?
Let's go.
Let's do
I
that.
didn't
Been
expect
waiting.
such a formal attire and
Yeah.
presentation. I, thought
I
it
know, I
was
know.
Casual.
This
I
is
mean,
professional.
This is
it's
it's
we're
showtime.
in LA. We're not in fucking New York, man.
It's showtime, baby, and showtime, requires some little bit of show business.
Seems like
You know,
only
there you go.
professionals are doing
Thank
this
you.
stuff,
3,
right?
2, 1. 1, 2, 3, and go. Yeah, that's some ASMR.
Cheers.
ASMR.
Been waiting for
Cheers,
this
boys.
my whole day, man.
I love you so much, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Awesome. Thank you. Right.
There's nothing much like the first sip of the sunset.
It is. That's spot on. I think we need. So we've got a bit of a tradition here. That we want to start today, which is taking a Polaroid at the start of each show. So if we can have a Polaroid taken, and we'll show you guys, but at the end of the show, what it looks like. It obviously takes a little bit of time to develop. You want to take your sunset as well?
Of course.
Because good things take time to develop. Just like sunset, just like Spezi from Germany.
50 years, baby.
3, 2, 1. Nice, well done. Okay, awesome. We'll show you that by the end of the show.
Delicious, right?
Gorgeous. Yeah, so what we've got here is a peek behind the curtain. Today we've got the two main men. This project started 2 years ago. They've both been here for 2 years. Let me just allow them to introduce themselves in 2 sentences.
Should we introduce the other?
How about that?
think
That's a good
that's fun.
idea.
And junior people first, always.
Junior people first. He's made his mark on the show already.
Yeah. Hey guys. I'm Anton. Anton Haupt, or team internally.
No. Your job is to introduce
Oh, yeah.
Memminga.
Okay, so I'm introducing Tony actually. So team internally, he's Tony. I'm Anton. Also in the emails. If you want to slide into our DMs, tony@polano-sunset.com. That's him.
Don't read my email address, brother. You know I don't read my emails anyways.
That's why. Yeah, so Tony is our chief marketing officer. So he's taking care of our whole creative process, from establishing the brand and kind of everything that you guys out there see. Whatever is regarding Polana Sunset, it goes through his work and his creative brain. And Anton is one of the 2 actual co-founders. So him father and him had this crazy idea with the rest of the family back in Frankfurt. And I was the first crazy person to believe in that. And I said, yeah, this is great. And now it's 2 Antons here.
And maybe one quick question to the type of person that Anton is.
Okay. Anton is probably the most unique character I've ever met. He is a great individual, has his edges, but also his soft sides. And there's one person on the earth that I know that you cannot duplicate. That's Anton Memminga, or Tony. That's how I would say in one sentence.
Awesome. Right, Anton, you introduce the other man.
I'm pretty stunned. Thank you for all these kind words. Can we do an awkward hug on
Awkward
the couch?
hug.
A freeway hug.
Let's go.
On the other side of the couch sits Anton, just Anton, or Anton 1, or however you want to call him. He's basically the commercial phase of our brand. So if you want to buy Sunset, it's happening through what he facilitates around basically our sweet little office here in LA. Basically, if you want to buy it in other markets, he's the one who brought it to the other markets. If you want to buy it online, he's the one who's maintaining and building our infrastructure. He, as a person, is we met each other in high school, and I think we met each other. We went to the same, basically in Germany from year 5 onwards. The schools are usually combined, and so we were on the same school beginning being 11, 12 years old or something like that. And because we had the same name, I think there was additionally a little bit of a
friction.
Not even explicit friction, but implicitly sharing the name with somebody else and trying to kind of fight off if somebody says, "Oh, you did that," and you're like, "Nah, other guy." It makes it sometimes tough to get to know somebody without any prejudices. But I think the one thing that I can say about Anton, he's the most kind and loving person I know. Everything you do comes straight from the heart. You are much more socially apt than I will probably ever be, and that's totally fine. Um, yeah, I think you were as you said, you were the first person that was crazy enough to say, man, this looks like a workable environment. let's let's do it. You also happen to be blessed with an American citizenship, which made the whole thing a lot easier to pull off. But yeah,
Kisses and hugs, bro. Spot on.
Another quick question. What does it mean to you that one of your high school friends, a person who you've known for so long, who you got to know when they were so young, decided to join you and your dad on a crazy adventure like this?
I want to comment, like 15 years is not bloody young, I have to say. Yeah, it's like he wasn't looking too unexperienced, or what is the word? Yeah. What does it? I think Sunset in general is for me very for everybody that's involved, a very personal project. I think obviously I started together with my dad. I had basically all other members of my family work on this as well, and contributing in one way or another. So behind the camera is my middle brother August, and he has his best friend here as well. So I think most people who work at Sunset are more friends than they are colleagues, and to some extent their family, which kind of, I don't know, is kind of worse than friends. But yeah, no, I'm joking. But I think what it means to me is I feel I don't think about it often, but when I think about it, I'm always really kind of feel very, very blessed to experience this together with the people I love, because I don't have any social needs outside of work almost, because the time I spend at work is like, it feels like an infinite school trip or something like that, if that makes sense, like an eternal summer holiday vacation with friends, and that's because I mean the sun is always shining, as we
Which
see.
Oscar also experienced for 3 months, right?
Sort of. Another question on this side. What did your parents say when you decided not to do your master's degree, but move halfway across the world to join your best friend and his dad on a fucking crazy project? How did you decide to do that? Why did you decide to do that? And what did mom and dad say?
Ooh, I hope they're not watching, but I don't believe so.
They're probably asleep.
That's a good question. So the timeline was like 1.5 months after I arrived here, just initially on an internship basis, as you said before, planning to go to Stockholm to do my master's, and then like after 1.5 or 2 months, Matthias and Anton approached me and said, "Hey, we like the way we work together with you, and this is a great project, and we see some traction." And I mean, I felt very honored in the first moment, and flattered. And then also I thought about it for like 1 day maybe, and after that 1 day I knew, okay, I want to do this, because I thought about the opportunity costs and knew they are very low, given that I have the citizenship and there's no high risk in maybe not getting a visa. But putting that aside, it was I was fully convinced by the setting, how we bring this product to the US, meaning with Anton and Matthias, and seeing the initial infrastructure we've built together. So knowing that, like, on the operational side, this is very more feasible than most people in Germany believe it is, bringing Spezi to the US. And then also on the spirit side, I was even more convinced, because both of them were so convinced and knew this will be a success, that I just had to convey these 2 or 3 thoughts to my parents. And they were always very liberal and like very not kind of messing with my whatever I have plans, and said, "Hey, if you want to do this, we get that your opportunity costs are low, and they like that I'm in an international environment. So let's give it a go, and we're always there. Thanks for that." So, but I mean, it was a no-brainer for me, and I knew this is the right thing to do. And after almost 2 years now, I'm still convinced this is the right thing to do, and we'll reach our goals from year to year to challenge the big 2 or 3 guys in the US, if you know who I mean. But yeah, I don't know. I was rambling now a bit, but I think that's like what my thoughts are about me choosing this path, and my parents what they thought.
That's it. Here we go. Awesome. Anton, this side, Tony, apologies. Master Memminger quickly had to leave the screen to collect an Amazon package. There's always stuff going on. You can see Lincoln Boulevard right behind us. We love looking out these 3 windows. We feel in the middle of Venice, in the middle of life here. 1804 Lincoln Boulevard. Come through anytime. Some free soda awaits you. I think we should get on to segment number 2, pinball peppering. We've got a little game prepared for you guys.
Pinball peppering. That's
The
a great
office
name.
saying,
The-
nah.
All right, production team still needs a little moment. Fair enough.
Hey, then maybe have you already introduced yourself, Oscar?
Not properly.
Not properly.
Let us do.
Why
Let
don't-
us two both introduce him, and then him.
Should we do it like I say one word, you say the next word, and we build a sentence from there? Do you want to start or
Okay, I'm very, very brave now. Oscar
is
a
extremely
friendly
person
and
charismatic?
period.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
But no, so let me since Anton introduced myself and said, I'm heading our commercialization and the whole sales, so to say, and also the logistics behind everything. But Oscar is now an integral part of this. So it's Oscar and me, and then some other people that from the outside and inside a bit help, but it's mainly Oscar and me heading this commercial approach that we as a company obviously have to take. We cannot just do a lot of fun stuff on Instagram, but we also have to sell something, which is this beautiful product. Get it on Amazon. No, and Oscar is so on the company side. Let me introduce him for what he's doing for us. Oscar is our head of growth, as we say. So he's typically in a startup. We have built the market for 4.5 years in California, then on D2C side, so everyone can buy it. But now Oscar's big responsibility is to bring it into other states, except for California and New York, where we already have distribution. So now it's Texas, and then looking up into the Lake area. I don't know if someone's joining from there, but those are our key targets for the next month and maybe year to get brick and mortar distribution there. And that's what Oscar is doing. And he's not just the right hand. He's an integral part of this approach, and very helpful. And we're a tag team. Is that what you say in wrestling? When these two wrestlers tag team. I think when these crazy guys step into the ring. Yeah, that's Oscar from my perspective.
Yeah, I think. I think. Do we have any questions in the chat we might answer before? No questions in the chat. If you have questions, send them in the chat right now. This might be a good. I don't know which camera we're using. I guess this one. If you have questions, hello chat. If you have questions, let us know. We especially Oscar is a very avid question answerer. So unless we don't have any questions, are we ready to move on to the next? No, we're not. Move on to the next segment. All right, this is gonna be very different. Do you have more questions, Oscar?
I think like just in terms of we can continue the getting to know each other process, or rather the viewers getting to know each other. Why don't we start off with, why did you and your dad choose to come to Los Angeles and Venice specifically?
I think we were very selfish and thought living in LA is a lot nicer than living in Miami or New York. I mean, obviously personal taste, but I think there are two things that really influenced it. The first was from a brand angle. We really thought the Sunset branding with its colors and with its like kind of reference to the 60s and 70s revolutionary, like psychedelic revolution, or however you want to call it, the hippie culture, that's really rooted in the West Coast. And so we thought the product kind of, many of these ideas spilled over to Munich, influenced how this product looked and was created. And then we're basically making a full circle moment of bringing it back to where all of these ideas originated, or some of the ideas. I mean, now we're getting very technical, but one side was the brand fitted the best to the US West Coast. The other side was, if you look at the consumer product landscape, most consumer products in the US are headquartered here in LA. So, and that is ventures. I mean, Coca-Cola obviously is headquartered in Atlanta, but if you go into Erewhon and you look at all the cool drinks, you will see that there's a over propensity of brands that are based in LA and more specifically in Venice. So that ranges from liquor brands over soda brands, over water brands, over pickle brands. It basically the entire spectrum. Venice is really something like the Silicon Valley of the CPG industry. And you have things like Snapchat, who was founded here in Venice, for example, a couple of 100 feet away from where we sit now. So that is basically the reason why we chose LA as a location. Obviously, we were bloody amateurs. We didn't have a clue. And to everybody who's thinking about trying to build a company, your first company or make the step into entrepreneurship, I think the biggest recommendation is you will not know for sure. And if you look after 1 year back to what you did a year ago, you will be, not necessarily speaking, embarrassed, but you will definitely feel like that what you either did for the wrong reasons right, or for the wrong reasons wrong, or wrong, whatever. You learn by going and figuring it out, and probably we could have spent another year figuring out what the right location is, but LA felt right, and I think LA still feels right, and I think we made a good decision in choosing it as a place to start out.
That's what I mean with creative brain. Who could give such a vivid response to such a boring question?
Damn. With that being said, let's move on to pinball peppering. We'll move across the room. We take my notes with me. Essentially, what we've got, I'll collect it in a second. What we've got here is a little game. We've got a pinball machine from the 60s or 70s, and we will be using this pinball machine to play a little game. The loser between these two boys will, at the end of the loser between these two boys will, at the end of the show, be facing a forfeit, which I heard is not a term that you use here in the US. Will be facing a punishment. I get booed out on a daily between these two. They'll be facing a punishment, and the game goes as follows. They play pinball. They play 5 balls of pinball each. Each ball has different questions. The more questions that they can answer during playing pinball, the more points they get. So for each question that they answer, they get another point. The first 3 rounds are sort of open-ended personal questions. And then the 4th and 5th round are quiz questions. They only get the point if they get the question right.
Do we get like points? Because I mean, we're also new to this, but do we get points for actually winning the game, or is it just about the questions?
You get points for winning the game. You get 3 points at the end of each of the 5 balls. Whoever has more points.
Meaning I have to be really good at the questions, because this is the grandmaster of pinballing.
What is it? What's the opposite of sandbagging?
Yeah,
You're basically
you're playing above your
yourself.
weight.
You're sandbagging yourself.
Alrighty. Why don't we start off with the first man? Hauptmeister?
What is it called? Hey,
Rock,
what is
paper, scissors?
rock, paper, scissors? Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
Man
let's do
of
that.
A man of the people. I need. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
And do we play best out of 3?
No, one.
One. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. 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 Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Hey.
Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
I wanna. I don't want to start. You should start.
Okay, let's go.
Alrighty. You are ready to go. Awesome.
To go.
What was your first ever job?
I was working at a watch company. Actually, my first ever job was I was putting little, what is it called? The little things you put on postcards and stuff to send them away. Stamps. I was putting stamps at promotional stuff sent out by my aunt. She was doing marketing for a newspaper or something.
I'm not sure that's a real job, but we'll move on.
Spent the entire day in the kitchen stickering. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That ball is gone. We're only on 1 player, so Anton, you go again, and then we have to restart.
Okay.
Anton does all of his 5 balls. We're on to
That's shitty.
question 2. You have 1 point. You answered a single question. So this one should be a bit easier. What's your job title?
I'm CMO.
If your job title were brutally honest, what would it be?
CIO, Chief Intellectual Officer.
Okay, he jerks himself off again. Which sitcom character? Ooh. Okay, right. The chief intellectual officer has answered 3 questions.
Okay, now it counts.
No, they all count.
Are they all count?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, hey, sorry.
Okay, next. These are either or question. Quick fire. Snooze or wake up?
Wake up.
Yes or maybe?
Yes.
Sharing or keeping?
Sharing.
Inside or outside?
Outside. Yeah.
Sun or clouds?
Oh! Ay.
We'll give you that.
No.
I would always say sun. I mean, I'm not a big. Don't be no cloud on the sun.
All right. We're on to the quiz part. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What disco club in New York became the most famous
Studio
nightlife
54.
spot on? What 70s TV show followed a group of teens hanging out in Wisconsin, though it actually aired in the 90s?
No clue.
Who played Han Solo in the original Star Wars?
No clue.
Jesus Christ.
Oh shit.
Point. What hairstyle became iconic in the 70s, often associated with disco and funk culture?
Afro.
Nice. What handheld puzzle toy, introduced in 1974, became one of the most iconic toys of the decade?
Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. Which soda brand's Uncola campaign became a cultural staple in the 70s?
7 Up.
Yeah. This popular board game was introduced in 1974 and involves using red and blue circular pieces.
Dominoes.
No, it is Connect 4.
Ah, fuck.
What 70s film? Game over. I'll count the points out at the end. I didn't keep count. We have, spot on. We have another, we have life number 5, which are more questions. If you get them right, you get a point. And go. Which US city is home to Pepsi's corporate headquarters?
Chicago.
Wrong. It is Purchase,
Oh.
New York. I'll count the points out at the end. We're on to the next, Anton.
You know which one is mine? The full one, because I like Sunset more. I drink more of it.
Okay, there you go. All right.
That was a good game. I mean, 28 is a very solid round for
28 is a very solid score. Absolutely. Okay, on to your personal questions. What topic are you in the 100th percentile in terms of knowledge?
soccer.
Do you know Anton better than your siblings?
Then my siblings know him, or then I know him.
Oh, we needed to restart.
Sorry.
Nice.
But I got the yellow one.
All
I
those
get that
points.
1 point, right?
You get the point. You get the
But
point.
then it starts. Then you can let your first ball roll through.
Just keep going. The game master decides we keep going. I'll just give a bit of time. Oh, he tilted anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all good.
That's one
Okay,
question.
keep going. One question. You're on. You keep going. What's one way you support the company that doesn't get enough credit?
Keeping stuff clean here.
Oh, what's your favorite part of the office?
Not the pinball machine.
Okay, on to the quick fire questions.
Okay.
Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Open the window or AC?
Open the window.
On or off?
On.
Mum or dad?
Mom.
Animal emojis or human emojis?
Human.
Uphill or downhill?
Downhill.
iOS or Android?
iOS.
Instagram or LinkedIn?
I deleted Instagram, so it must be LinkedIn.
Instagram or LinkedIn?
LinkedIn.
Twitter or Facebook?
Neither.
Twitter or Facebook?
Facebook.
Snapchat or no chat?
No chat.
WhatsApp or text?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp or call?
Call.
Mail or Gmail?
Gmail.
Icarus or Daedalus?
Daedalus.
Damn, that's crazy. Anarchy or hierarchy?
Anarchy.
I'm eating chili.
All right.
Wait, I had the yellow one. Why am I only at 8? I had 9 of these here.
Yeah, the machine is working against you. But anyway, we'll move on. Questions number 4. What car is the symbol of hippie culture?
VW bus.
Correct. Who sang Staying Alive and what year?
Bee Gees in 68.
Is that true? The answer isn't on here.
I think it's 72.
Okay, wrong. What soda brand had the slogan, I'd like to buy the world a Coke?
Coca-Cola, unfortunately.
What iconic movie featured a shark terrorizing a beach town?
Jaws.
If you guess the year right, you get a bonus point.
75.
Damn, that's correct. All right, and on to life number 5. Off you go. Together, Coke and Pepsi control roughly 70% of the US soda market. True or false?
True.
Which beverage category is currently growing faster? Energy drinks or soda?
Soda.
Energy drinks. Which challenger brand built a cult-like following through an infamous waterboarding spot?
Liquid Death.
Correct. Which celebrity recently launched a soda brand that highlights...
Stiller.
Spot on. La Croix once dominated sparkling water. Which PepsiCo brand was launched and competed with it?
Spindrift.
Bubbly. Okay, you lost on those, but I'm pretty sure you won on the points. We'll count out. We'll make sure that no one is cheated.
How many points did
Gmail or Microsoft Outlook?
How many points did Anton make for winning the pinball? Actually, was it 3 or
3.
3? Okay, that's okay. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Anton, unfortunately, didn't really work through the either or questions. He immediately lost when he got those, so that's a bit on him.
Okay.
That's good game design right there. Where do we go next? Do we know where we go next?
We do, once we read through this.
We stay here.
We stay here. Maybe we return to the casting couch.
We return to the casting couch.
I think it's a relaxed environment.
It definitely is. What is not relaxed is getting asked one question after the other and playing a game we're anyway bad at. I like pinball, but I'm really not a natural talent, I have to admit. But it is pretty rad. Did you guys see the machine? I think 60s, 70s we said? We got it from...
I don't actually know. I think
I haven't
72.
picked it up, but who picked it up? But apparently the guys like that restored it was crazy.
So I mean, the it's a little hard to understand, but I think pinball machines are a little bit like the mobile games of the 60s, 70s, even 80s. So if you ask your parents if they grew up in the Western world, more likely than not, they either had a friend who had one or at the bars they played them. It's a really kind of fast-paced, reaction-based sort of thing. It's like the 70s Flappy Bird. That's probably the easiest way to explain it. Yeah. They disappeared because it doesn't make sense to build a physical machine if you can just build an app for a phone, and everybody has phones, so that's why that is the way it is. But obviously there are people who, fueled by the nostalgia of their childhood, the experiences they made at these machines, and who have money because they have time to think about that and don't work 3 jobs to support their family, they go and want to have nicely restored pinball machines. And so there are these specialists. There's some in Germany, there's some here in the US, there's some probably across all other Western nations, where you have warehouses with hundreds of machines. They all have pretty simple mechanics, and they get like repainted, refurbished, and so on. And so we did a Studio 54 revival party at a gallery here in LA on Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, that's how you knew the question with Studio 54.
No, nah. I knew the answer because Oscar asked the question, is not very well versed in nightlife culture. Yeah, but no, I love you. But we basically said, okay, we want to include a game, and so we wanted to rent a pinball machine. And renting a pinball machine was so vastly expensive that we said, okay, how much does it cost to actually buy it? And it was not that much more, and so we bought it.
That's a funny story. I actually, funny anecdote. We sometimes go to Costco to like look if we'll soon be available there. No, maybe, I don't know, nothing in the planning. But we, but when we walked through the aisle, was this big pinball machine that was branded in Star Wars, I believe, right? Like I think there's a hype around it, or like it's in general the vibes of the 60s, 70s, something analog. I mean, that's what we want to play, anyway. And it's a big revival of this vibe, that freaking pinball machine in the Sunset branding, Star Wars branding, is standing in a Costco, probably nationwide. That was pretty crazy.
I think, like, I mean, also I was surprised, and to be fair, there is a modern pinball scene. So today you have digitally enabled pinball machines that basically they don't just have digital like kind of score counters, but they have more electronically enabled kind of sort of like targets or hurdles inside the game layout. I'm not sure how much you were able to see the lay. I mean, maybe we can go back over and show some of the kind of basic elements of how these games work. But I think seeing a pinball machine in Star Wars design in Costco, I think it was like 5.5K, so it's not cheap. And I figure, given how it's presented, somebody was like, I don't know, is there a Star Wars film coming soon? I'm sure in the Star Wars promotional strategy they were like, okay, what is our kind of retail goods sort of activation we do for this time around? And obviously it's a huge eye catcher. Everybody who goes through Costco walks by, you can play it, you engage with the Star Wars brand. There's a 70s tie-in, but I guess they were imagining it to be more affordable than it actually turned out to be, because I think I can't imagine them aiming for a 5.5K price point. Or maybe that was the whole point of making something that gets people stunned.
Yeah, it was directly next to the flu vaccine station. So when the mom gets the flu vaccine, the child is at the pinball machine. But I actually think it was $500, so not 5K.
No, I think it's 5.5K.
Let's look it up. But let's
We
ask
can
the
do a
chat.
stream to
Let's ask the
Costco.
chat.
Can we bet the second pepper on
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll bet the second pepper, and it was yeah, whoever's closer. It was 500.
I say it's 3,000.
He's gone down for the closer bit. Okay, fair enough. Which so we have a couple games here. Which games? What are you best at?
Ooh, I mean, I think it's pretty clear that I am the. I think I was only beaten twice in 2 years at actual matches of ping pong.
Who beat you?
The guy behind the camera, Anton's middle brother, and I think our head of content. And Anton believes he beat me once. Maybe I was
played you enough to beat you once.
maybe I was trying too hard to mix Sunset, use Sunset as a mixer too much, and then played afterwards. But he might have beaten me. And then once it was our head of content, who is the mastermind behind this concept. You'll probably get to know him in the future as well here. He beat me once as well. But apart from that, nobody else. And I played probably 400 matches.
400 matches. Okay, he says he's the GOAT of Sunset Ping Pong. Who would you say is the GOAT of pinball here, you or your dad?
It's a little bit of a tricky question because experience-wise, he should have the lead, but the reality check is as you get older, your body starts to fail, and so the young people take over. So I guess I don't know. Is it really a competition? I think the high score is pretty clear. Who said that one?
Okay.
And who is the leader? Give me the mic. Who is the leader? Who probably in the history of Sunset drank volume-wise most Sunset Original and most Sunset Zero?
I think we this is a very popular question that we have discussed, but I also discussed with whomever I discussed it with. I think with you or like something. I think we had an intern who was drinking massive amounts of Sunsets. He's no longer with us. Finn, if you're tuning in, hope your fantasy football is doing great.
He was a full-time employee as well.
He was a full-time. Oh, I'm sorry. He was a full-time employee. He was working for Anton. I'm sorry. I mean, it was
he was also his predecessor.
He started as an intern and then he graduated to a full-time employee. There we go. But
Oscar took the fast path.
but I think he was drinking a lot of OG. I think I mean, when we first started out, I drank a lot of OG as well. I think probably today, if I couldn't say separated, but I think if you just look at Zero, I would say you're in the lead with the most Zero can strength. And then I think probably as a result, I would be in the lead for the most OG cans drank. Maybe Oscar is catching up because Oscar is an avid OGler. Maybe August is also catching up because he's now spending more time. I think August is the person who has the most sunset throughput of all persons that I know on a daily rate.
We have a question for you by Henry. When are you all coming back to Houston?
We'll be in Houston soon, for sure. Nothing concrete planned, but we should be there latest next month, in November.
We'll let you
And
know, Henry.
We'll let you know for sure.
Was great meeting you, by the way, at the Central Market. Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you there.
Absolutely.
I mean, this fella is cooking something in Texas, so you'll see us sooner than later.
Exactly.
He also suggests trying a Apfelschorle sunset because it's fall right now.
Give it over to our head of product and.
Ask him if he has a favorite, or do you have a favorite kind of Apfelschorle, one that you would recommend us to try and that is available in the US? Because I mean, the typical way your Oma, so your grandmother, does a Apfelschorle is you take some apple juice, freshly through the juicer, some nice apples, ripe apples, and then you add some sparkling water, yeah, and that turns out quite nicely most of the time.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if there's any real Apfelschorle brand here. Even if you have like a recommended apple juice itself and a recommended sparkling water and the ratio, we'll try it out because I haven't seen any Apfelschorle yet here.
Yeah. If you are in Germany, though, I think one of my favorite non-spezi drinks is the whole portfolio of Valencia drinks. So they have a sparkling water that also comes in a beer bottle, looks very much like a Spezi, but just in a blue sort of colorway. Great, really love those, just for the experience. But I think also their Apfelschorle, as well as their the Apfelschorle and then obviously the limos, they are great. But I think for Valencia, the water and the Apfelschorle, if you can get it, if you can find it, it's not that common. You might find it almost exclusively some in the rural parts of Bavaria, like Rosenheim, I think they're based. But that's good stuff.
Henry actually told us the secret recipe to his brilliant Apfelschorle. It is basically, I don't know the brand. It's simply apple juice. Have you heard of them?
I haven't.
I think I've heard of them. I never tried.
And then mixing it with which sparkling water? We've talked about it.
Gerolsteiner.
No. You asked me a question about them.
Liquid Death.
There you go. So that's an interesting approach.
But the question is, do you drink off the Liquid Death and then top up the Liquid Death with the simply apple juice? Or do you mix it in a separate glass? Because I think it would be kind of killer to have it out of the liquid can death. Liquid death can. Wow.
The canned liquid death. That's a good question. Yeah, Henry, if you can tell us, that would be amazing. We might include that in our next stream. I mean, we're always happy for community content. Seems like a good idea because we're cooking on some interesting collaborations. So stay tuned.
I'm envisioning the Liquid Death commercial where there's a couple of apples with worms through them and they throw them to the blender and the worm's head gets sliced off and it's all over the place. And then it's they call it Grandma Died Too Young or something like that. Yeah.
Shout out to Liquid Death for that. I mean, they are kind of an inspiration, at least in the radicality that they approach their marketing, I would say, right? I mean, Anton and me and Matthias, we talk a lot about Liquid Death and how they approach their communication and communication of their product. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're on to the next segment. We've got cocktail mixing. We're gonna have both of the boys mix a cocktail with a set number of ingredients that were prepared by the production by Senor Ian from Content Creation. We're gonna have them both mix a cocktail with these ingredients. Let me present to you. We have ginger beer from Bundaberg. We have some honey, Kirkland honey. We have some soy sauce, some Is this non-alcoholic rum?
This is non-alcoholic rum.
Non-alcoholic rum.
Great company. Shout out to Ritual. They do some really good 0 proof rum.
What is this? Non-alcoholic Amarno. All of these are non-alcoholic, by the way, because we are in Sober October. Orange bitters. Sober October, we have several reels out if you want to go look at them. We have the Sunset, of course. We've got the ice cubes that Anton is playing with. And then we have some slices of orange, lemon, rosemary, mint, and what is this? Petersilia, I think. Exactly. Let's give them a couple minutes. One here. One here.
Do you have like a divider that we're building up, like something that
To not see each other?
I don't want no.
Let's
no
build some
cheating.
cases between us.
I think you'll be fine. Just look at your own glass.
I mean, it was always like at school, like at religion or German class. We always sat next to each other. Once in a while, played Clash of Clans under the desk, but at the exams, it was always Anton Memminger sneaking on my desk because he didn't learn at all. But
That's rough.
study,
that's rough.
but that's rough. But it's
that's,
true.
That's more like our friend Titus Maibo.
Shout out to Titus, who just threw away the stuff that he got, like the sheets of paper to learn stuff, and then in front of the teacher just threw them away when he exited the class. But legend. Yeah. So, what was the frame? 5 minutes.
You both get 3 minutes to experiment around as much as you can. We'll start the timer in 5.
No, we need a spoon maybe. Just
You
for
need
us
a spoon?
to kind of taste, because some of these things I haven't never tried.
Who's the judge again?
I'm the judge. Does one of you want to get a spoon? You guys can already start filling some ice in here. Let me take a closer look what they're doing. Okay, they're filling ice into their glasses. Lovely stuff. We have, I'm very excited how they're going to be using ginger ale, soy sauce. Is that cheating already? I'm just going to pick this up. Pop that back in there. He's stirring it up with a wine bottle opener. Anton is measuring out some ginger beer. We have 2 spoons here. Perfect. Thank you very much. One for you.
Man, this
One
smells
for
like
you.
Jägermeister. Wow.
Okay.
Ah.
And then if we can start a timer for 3 minutes. It's go time now. Got a whole lot of ice. You know the ice becomes water and then it dilutes the drink. Just want to let you know. Okay, off you go. You're off to the races.
Yeah. The most important part about being in the kitchen is, don't worry, everything's gonna be all right. If you stress out, things burn, things get thrown. You ruin stuff. Just chill out, and everything will. If you got the right ingredients, everything is just fine.
In general, I would say that's great advice. To be clear, it comes from a man who hasn't been in the kitchen for about 5 years. Because he doesn't
I know
do
good
any
food.
cooking.
I know good food. I think
He knows
I
good
can tell a
food,
good
but I'm
cook
not sure
from a
he
bad
knows
cook.
kitchen etiquette. Okay, wow. This is I'm very intrigued. Some stomping going on, lots of action. Anton,
Do you know this?
Tony staying
can we
true
do
to his
this? Do
word.
you know this?
I know.
YouTuber who
I
does
think
that?
we can not do that. Staying true to his word, taking his time, but it looks well thought out.
By the way, why don't
Slapping
we-
some mint leaves.
Oh, we have sunset. Yeah.
Absolutely, that's the idea. Okay, he's measuring out some sunset. Very good, very good. Ooh, I like what Tony's doing. Very interesting. Good work. Okay,
Do we have a lighter?
a lighter.
Hey, any lighters?
Production's-
lighter next to the TV.
Production's going to look for it. Take us through some of your thoughts.
I started with the Bundaberg because it's very high quality ginger beer. I think it's the best out there. And I know that the slight spice of the ginger beer could go well with Sunset. I added just a really small sip of Kikkoman soy sauce because that's a hit. And what I really need is bitterness. So I have the herbal bitterness of an Amaro. It's Amarno from Dr. 00. Interesting. I like the bitterness of it. So, I'm onto something, I think.
Added
I'll-
some
I'll
of
leave
your
out the rum.
saliva for extra little taste.
No, that's important.
We're on to the final minute, contestants, just so you know.
That's more.
Interestingly, the 0 hasn't been touched, so people seem to be more interested in those natural flavors from the OG. Tony's still taking his time. Take us through your thoughts. Are you just cooking up the base to be filled up with Sunset, or what's the idea?
I know my product, and I have to say it's a little tough to approve upon it. So what I'm thinking is more like refining rather than reinventing. You know.
Okay.
Also,
Not sure I quite follow.
when
but
were those citrus fruits bought? Because I tried to do the bartender like old fashioned. You twist it, you give it a little fire, but it
How
didn't
much
work
time
out.
is left?
they were bought like 2 hours ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
5 seconds.
5 seconds. Okay.
Time's up.
So that's it. Tony's gone for quality over quantity, we hope, anyway. And
I did a
Anton,
bit of a mess, I have to admit. Sorry for that, but
he
I
has.
might
We
have to
won't.
clean up.
We won't detract.
The
any
poor
points.
production crew who's gonna finish up after that.
Ooh, it smells good though. Lots of orange. Lots of orange. Okay. Ooh, I don't mind that. It's. to be
Am I
honest,
allowed to?
very-
Are we allowed to smell each other?
Of course.
Drink. I don't smell anything.
I can't lie. This smells a lot like a forbidden brand, starting with C and ending with E. Okay, let me give this a taste.
Chevron? No.
That's very good. I like that a lot.
Wait. Where's? Give me
It's
that.
very orange tasting.
Give me the cheer. Where is it? Cheering.
Hey. Okay, on to the next one. Also very good. Much more. They taste very similar. Of course, the two had the similar ingredients.
Anton, did you use anything else but our beloved Sunset?
Yes, I did.
What did you use? Secret recipe. I'll have to rewatch the stream then.
I was method acting for like 2 minutes, and then I just let the spirits flow.
Should we ask some of the people standing in the congestion of Lincoln Boulevard? Because they're anyway always watching us. When you're in the on congested Lincoln Boulevard at one of the lights here, you just always look at our beautiful mural outside. It's amazing.
All right. What I will say is they both taste very similar. This one tastes a lot more like straight Sunset. Less has been done to it. This one tastes a lot more orangey. He's really gone for the orange. I presume he used this fat piece of orange. If I had to drink one for the rest of my life, I would go with Tony's.
Man.
So Tony gets the W on this. I don't know. Why don't you share a secret recipe? Did you add anything to the Sunset?
I added stuff to the Sunset. It's what post production is saying. Cut it. No. No, as I said, I think Sunset is a great product. It's hard to improve upon it. So it's more about refining rather than reinventing. And what it already has a bunch of these things. It has fresh fruit, has the right spices. I think the mint does cut through a little bit for it. It always adds a touch of freshness, but it's not about overpowering it. Although I have to say the Kikoman special that Anton created is quite. It's
Did you try it?
yeah, I tried it. It's different. You went to create something new. I tried to just. I went the lazy route. I had all the confidence in the product, and I was like, it's gonna figure itself out.
I think you both did a great job. I think I absolutely spot on. In that case, I think both of you have a punishment from one of the events. Isn't that right?
Why?
One of you won pinball, the other won the soda.
But I thought it's about the overall points.
Okay. People are getting very worried about the
I am
punishment.
worried because
People are getting very, very worried about the
Didn't we
punishment.
bet on the pinball? Did somebody look up what the Costco pinball machine costs? Hey, somebody post needs to do pinball machine.
We're not at all competitive around here. I just want to say, Tony Tony will be creating a content piece around the winning cocktail, mocktail
I
even.
think I won't.
He will, because that was
I-
part of the part of the script.
I think
And
I think we
so-
will clip this and upload it for Sober October as a special for Sober October on our Instagram account for the Sunset Live series, as we call it.
you can see how committed he is to the project. If
No,
you
no,
won't
I'm-
do
I'm
that,
gonna-
how
so
about
if
you?
you're curious about Sober October, this is actually good, decent recommendation. We are producing a video every day for the next 29 days that are still left of Sober October. So I don't drink, so I'm very committed to something in matter that is close to my heart. I don't know which camera is on. This one probably. But follow us on polana.sunset and on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, obviously. And you might learn something. Yeah, it's a lot of energy and passion that goes into that. So I can only recommend it.
Before the punishment, I want to tell you guys something. Oh.
What does this mean?
This means I don't actually speak any German.
Okay, well, I'm happy to translate. What this means is I love you. It's a very
'Cause
sincere
This is
gift.
our brand message. This is what our brand is about.
Love and positivity with the people around you.
But only if the game master Ian Lee, our head of content, didn't mess with us. And I already see the punishment. Is that one of these peppers that we get from down the street in our taco? No. Not
Yes,
really, right?
that is.
What the actual heck?
So we went out for lunch today and we brought two. What do you say? Habaneros. Habaneros.
Habanero.
Um.
Habanero.
Now
That's what they-
yeah.
But, like,
Okay.
the question is, I mean,
Let's disown him.
this one is for who won overall in points. This one is who won our bet because we're betting on Anton and me.
Who's figuring out what the Costco Star Wars pinball machine
Star Wars
costs?
4,800.
Yeah,
4,800. So you each have to eat one.
I guess. Did you already calculate the score, or did you thought it was so clear? you didn't need
We
to?
we can happily calculate the score together.
Let's calculate the score together.
While I already
Absolutely.
eat mine, or-
You should eat it at the same time.
Should we eat it here or should we eat it on the couch?
That's in the meeting.
We're eating it here at the bar.
We're eating it here.
Okay.
We're still on this main camera, right?
Okay. I have to admit I'm starting to sweat a bit because I think that's muscle memory. That's what you call it, right? Because I have
It is.
eaten two of these already without noticing or without even knowing that it is this. It is really. Let's anecdotally tell them what this is. So we are on Lincoln Boulevard, and like half a mile down the road to north is a Ralph's, and in front of the Ralph's is probably one of the most iconic taco trucks. It's always the same guy, really funny guy. And they make really good tacos and burritos for $1 and a dime. Like, it's very, very, very good value for money. And you get it, and then you can add on your stuff, like some onions, some pickles, blah blah blah. And then in the onion, like kind of onion collection, there are once in a while there's some habaneros. And the first couple of times I didn't know what it is. I just put it on there because it looked colorful. And then I spent 30 to 40 minutes over the sink and trying to cool my whole body because I started sweating. And I chugged like 1 gallon of milk. And that's my personal story to this. So I'm very much not looking forward to it. And I really hate that you had a good memory.
And I think just to add some context, so you explained the emotional side. The more scientific side is the habanero is most of the times between like I think 70 and 250,000 Scoville. So it's a spicy pepper, but it's not the most spicy pepper. So we're not talking like Carolina Reaper or like ghost pepper or this sort of thing that gets people really excited. I think what makes this tough is I mean, strategy ultimately. We have to talk strategy for a minute. I mean, and also rules. I mean, now none of the moderators is here, but do we have a minimum amount of time we need to chew these? Or can I just chuck the whole thing in whole, and then while we're playing soccer, I start to feel the burn?
If you're soft, you can take a bite. If you're
I mean, it has to all go through our body.
yeah.
The question is what Anton's meaning is, can I just bite off from this part and just swallow it at once? Then you don't feel the burn in your mouth, but just in your body while you digest.
I think you're gonna throw up if you do that. It takes like 20 minutes,
Okay,
and then you
that's-
start
I think
to
you should
go.
each take a, or whoever's doing it, just take a small bite and chew it.
Just a
Okay.
small. So we don't have to eat the whole thing. We don't wait.
th-
Who's making those rules? Who's making those
happy.
rules?
I'm happy.
Who's
about
making those rules? Yeah.
that. So we share it like half. Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay.
You
see-
say full. Oh, my brother says full. He wants to see some. But first, we need to calculate the scores because potentially I don't have to eat a pepper. I don't think so.
4,800.
Now I'm also starting to sweat.
I'm starting to sweat just thinking about it.
Whew.
Warming up for a soccer.
The thing
match
is, I was
tonight.
planning to do another video after this for Sober October specifically, but I
Super,
might be out of bounds.
You can do it while you're still feeling the pepper.
I will have to
I
because
really like the ginger and the light saltiness.
I have to say, Anton, this is a delicacy, and I'm not. It's a culture I'm not curious about, whatever this represents.
That's ignorant, as always.
No, it's not ignorant. It's good to know what you like and what you don't like, and it's fair. I think I appreciate the work you put into this. It's a different philosophy, and yeah, I come here. Hey.
By the way, chat, which jersey do you like more? Whoever answers first, this is away, this is home, will get one sent out by me personally if they send us the size. One of our interns is covering the chat, so I'll see it.
Luki is keeping the eyes open. If you want this shirt, comment now. Comment now.
now.
Where are we live? Where are we live?
live?
Where are we live? Which camera? Which camera? I don't know which camera. This camera. Hey, comment now. Comment now. You want this
Henry,
jersey?
you still there?
Hey, it's free to grabs. Special thing, Anton, will you also send it to Germany?
I might take it to Germany on Christmas break.
Oh, okay. So if you're in Germany, you might. Oh, do we already have a content?
Answer.
Henry answered. Henry wants the home
Oh,
jersey.
okay. Henry,
Good choice, Henry.
send us
Good-
an email.
good choice,
Send
Henry.
us an email.
The scores are in. I know Tony got pretty pissed off about the game design. I'm very, very sad to let him know that despite the game design, removing all of Anton's either or points, he still loses by 8 points. So
That's rough.
I think the quiz questions might have been
That's rough.
slightly easier for Haupt, but regardless, it's a habanero each.
Cheers to
Do we
that.
go right in?
Let's go right in.
Cheers.
Just wait for the outfall now. Ooh, things are coming out? No, they're just little twigs. Fair enough. I can smell them actually. As soon as they open their mouths. He's got some mocktail left. You gonna make good use of that?
So good. The problem is it has some spice in it because of the ginger beer. I'll stick to I'll stick to this baby.
Do we switch to the main camera?
Tony seems to be dealing with it quite well. You're used to spiciness in the mouth?
Hmm.
Ooh.
Hey, I'm very impressed with both of you.
Everything that ends up in the mouth doesn't end up in your ass.
Things that start in the mouth end up in the ass, though. Haupt is a very sweaty man. So in general, if you go to the gym with him, if you see him on the beach going for a run, play football with him, soccer, I mean, he's pretty sweaty. We've got some
Oh.
zeros.
Yeah, you
No,
need that as well. Ha. Ha.
you want to continue with the questions? Keep the gang distracted. I think we should go. We can finish some of these. Actually, I think we should go with some different questions. We should go with maybe some more here. Who would do better at the other's job? I can't quite hear you, to be honest.
I think I might do better after stop.
What do you think?
Thinking about it.
Do you want me to? Okay, yeah. Okay, this is great. Who
It hurts more.
who crashes out at work more often?
Anton Memminger.
Different sort of crash out.
Different sort of crash out. Describe a typical Anton Haupt crash out.
Chat.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Oh my
apparently, spicy food makes happy.
Is that? Yeah, that's pretty.
It releases endorphins.
My lips are burning. I didn't even touch it with my lips.
Wow. I'm not sure. Interviews kind of like require both-sided.
I would say
Who works more hours weekly?
Same.
Same amount of hours?
same different time of day, but same.
Okay.
I start early, Anton starts late.
Starts late and ends late. Okay, which yearbook superlative in the sunset setting would help to win?
Biggest heart.
Excuse me?
Biggest heart.
Biggest heart. Okay. Memminger?
Craziest ideas.
Craziest ideas. Okay. Let's go into sunset a little bit more. If
You already feel it like in your stomach. Oh,
if sunset had a mascot animal, what would it be?
a zebra.
A zebra. Okay.
I'm thinking between elephant and parrot.
Parrot. I like that.
Because of the colors of the parrot.
If you had to replace one of the sunset colors, which one would it be?
So there's this Andy Warhol series called Sunset, and it's basically two colors and they overlap in the middle. And I think looking at the sunset can, you basically have three colors. You have the yellow, you have the purple, and then you have the red. And the orange is exactly the mix of purple and the orange is a mix of the yellow and the red, and the magenta is the mix of the orange and the violet. So I think these two colors, they're mixes of the other colors. So I think sunset in essence only has three colors. So
And-
what would I replace? Probably I would make. I mean, on the
But
can,
it's
I
frying
think.
his
Do
brain.
we have a bottle somewhere? Can somebody get a bottle? Because on the can, like, you can see that the orange is created by just
Jägermeister.
actually it's four colors. So the magenta is a color, the purple is a color, the red is a color, and the yellow is a color,
Sophisticated.
and the orange is a dotted thing. Put on the we have a coaster. There you can see it. So I would probably make the orange. I mean, here probably on this specific level, I would make the magenta more popping pink, but on the typical, like, if you look at it graphically, I would probably make the orange a little. I would make the orange a little bit more bright.
Okay, sounds
So-
good. Very
I would
very
really-
detailed.
It's
Answer,
pretty neon,
but
I think I would stay in the neon spectrum.
you would
again.
maintain
And
the.
if I would have to leave
colors.
one out because that's what you asked, it would be the magenta.
Okay. You want another question?
One
I'm
last
starting to
question.
feel better.
Me too.
Yeah, hey, let's go.
Well
As
done,
I said,
boys.
it's a spicy but not a super spicy pepper.
95% of the population in the world would crash out.
No, I think you're underestimating our 1.5
Yeah.
billion.
People who
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't crash out. What's a maybe if you could trade lives with one Sunset member for a week, who would it be?
Does that include our community or only employees?
Only employees.
Probably Ian's
And
head
why,
of content.
why would you trade lives with him?
Embark fully in the American way of living.
Okay. How
I'm
about
still
you?
an expat.
With my dad, because he barely works and he's on holidays all the time.
There we go. Let's round it out. Are we okay? We've got one last little thing to show you guys. It's developed. Do you want to come here for the light? The Polaroid that we took at the start for episode 1. We still need to sign it.
Of Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursdays.
Oh, look. This is sweet.
Let's go. We need to sign it. Do we have a pen?
Here. Let's sign with that one.
How do you call it? Oh, yeah, until you have the nicer handwriting. What? You know what's the first thing I'm gonna do after this?
Go on.
You have to guess. That's a part of asking a question. You have to answer.
Okay. What do you? What will you do after this? You probably go to the bathroom. I hope.
Gonna wash my hands. It's important. Yeah.
Okay. Not sure. Sure. Are you gonna sign? Do you want to sign on the edge?
Let's sign on the back.
Five-year max extension of rookie Oscar Schuller.
You know, this is one thing that definitely was better in the 70s, the signatures. Look at this. Three guys who never signed a thing in their life. Oh, we better should not put this online because people will fake it.
I put a fake ass signature on there. Okay, awesome. Do you have anything final to say?
Peace out, friends. We love your support. Keep watching our Thirsty Thursdays, and most importantly, spread love and positivity among your peers. And sometimes, once in a while, drink a sunset.
Yeah, do crazy things. I never was planning to do any of this, and it's fun. You go follow your guts, yeah?
And our guts are not feeling that great right now, so as a quick side note.
From me, lots of love. It was a pleasure hosting you guys. I love these two boys. Shake hands on that.
Can we do a triple X?
We certainly can. He's holding it.
Yeah,
There we
let's
go.
go. Number
Awesome.
1 in the books.
Number 1 in the books. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next month.
Peace out.
Are we still live? Any final questions from the chat? Any final questions from the chat? No.
God bless y'all.
God
God
bless y'all.
bless
God
back.
bless y'all back.
That was Henry.